everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new and this is your first time watching one of my videos, hello, hi, my name is Lovey James. Subscribe, enjoy. So everyone, this month has been interesting for me. I have literally been calling it like the worst month of my life because there has been countless things that have been going on happening to me that have been absolutely terrible. And since I haven't just sat down and talked to the camera in a while, I thought what a better way than to rage and vent and scream and get all my feelings out. So this week I am going to tell you about my horrible month. Alright, number one, terrible thing that happened to me. So for a while, my phone hasn't been working with the GPS and navigation side of things. So every time I wanted to go somewhere, I would have to drag someone along with me just for the sake of using their phone. That sounds terrible, but seriously, I've had a lot of gigs this past month, like birthday parties and shows and performances, stuff like that. And sometimes they're a little further away from my house, places I don't know how to get there, where to go. So I've had to drag someone along with me to know where to go. It's been months and months of this happening and I've just been over it, but I think the last straw for me is this new Pokemon game came out and everyone's all over it and I download it, I'm so excited, and it's like, oh, we can't locate your position, or try going outside for better GPS. I'm just like, great, like this phone is literally ruining everything good in my life. So I told my parents and I was like, hey, we need to get this figured out because I'm over it. I can't play Pokemon, I don't know where to go, this is a tragedy. So we bring it into the Sprint store, which is my carrier, and they're like, oh yeah, so if you go fix your screen, because my screen had a crack in it, if you go fix it at the Apple store and bring it in, we can give you an upgrade to the iPhone 6s for only $80. And I was like, perfect. So I go schedule an appointment about a week later because everything was booked, get my screen fixed, and I told them about my GPS problems, and they said, oh, well, we can just replace you the phone for $299. And I said, I think I'm good, I'll just stick with the $80 replacement because pretty sure that's not gonna happen, getting a $300 replacement. Anyways, I fix the screen, I go back into the Sprint store, and they say, wait, you and your dad switched lines about a year ago so that I could get an upgrade during Christmas, and now it's gonna affect him, where if I pay the $80 to get an upgrade, then he's gonna have to pay to get an upgrade on his phone also. And my dad's a little stubborn and just wasn't ready for an upgrade. I don't blame him, it's fine, but I was like, great, more problems. So that didn't work because in order for me to get the new phone, he would have to also pay and get a new phone. More money, more drama, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work out. So we just kind of ignored it for 2 weeks because my sister's wedding was that weekend and so much family coming to town, so we were like, whatever, I can do without it. Then everything resolved, and after all my family went home, we went back into the Sprint store and they said, hey, if you get on our insurance and you go to the Sprint store like headquarters all the way down by the mall where I live, then they can give you a replacement for free, so you have to pay for the insurance. So we did. We had to wait for the insurance to like register onto my phone, waited a few more days, and then went down there and I was like, yes, it's happening, I'm gonna get my phone. And we start to order it and they said, oh, actually the iPhone 6 is on back order, so we'll order it for you and we'll let you know when it comes in. Just great. Just one more week of not having a freaking phone. So I waited and I waited, and today is Tuesday. It has been like 3.5 weeks, maybe 4, since this whole process has even started, and they said that the phone would be here on Friday, but I'm a smart little girl and I called today, like literally 10 minutes before filming this video, and they said, your phone's in, come get it, and I said, yes! So that is one thing that's like, things are going good, alright? So the phone thing is getting fixed hopefully today if I can make it down there. So yeah. Next thing that happened, number 2, while my family was down here, we were trying to keep them entertained, so we went up to the mountains and we rode on the alpine slides, we took them to the beach and to the zoo, and since there was like 25 people staying at our house, we had to use all the cars that we had. So we were using my mom's, my dad's, mine, and my sister's 4 cars to like tow everyone around, and it was fun because like I would go with all my girl cousins when we would jam out to High School Musical. But on our way back from, I want to say, the beach, I started noticing that my car was like surging. Every time I would come to a stoplight or a stop sign, it would be like vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm like, I am not pressing anything, what is happening? And Kendall, my sister, she's like, I think we're gonna explode right now. So it got like really scary. I let it sit overnight and then I started driving it again the next morning and same thing. I got really freaked out and I told my dad. So we took it into the shop yesterday. I haven't been able to drive it for about a week now. We took it in and they said, oh, that'll be like $1,000 to fix it. And I just feel terrible because all these things are happening to me like on accident. It's not like I'm like purposely doing these things, but it's just like racking up a ton of money. And so what do you know, the part, they didn't have it, so they had to order it, and it'll hopefully be done by Thursday and I can drive my car again. Third thing that happened to me is before my sister's wedding, we went to California for my little sister Cassidy's dance nationals, and there was a pool at our house, so I was literally swimming every day because we are from Oregon and the weather is crappy. And so I was like soaking up the sun, enjoying it as much as I can, and I wear contacts usually. But when we got home, my eyes started irritating me really, really badly. And so I took my contact out. This is like really disgusting. And I started noticing around the bottom of my eye it was like really goopy and, sorry, disturbing, and really red and bloodshot. And so I just stopped wearing my contacts for about 2 days and then put them back in a day later, and same thing. As soon as I would put the contact in, it was like really red and fuzzy and I couldn't even see out of the very bottom of my eye. So I went into the eye doctors and they said, oh, you actually have a parasite in your eye. How did that happen? Have you been near chlorine? And I said, stop! Stop. Alright, I don't think they're stopping anytime soon, so we're just gonna have to ignore them. The eye doctor asked me if I had been near chlorine, and I said, yeah, actually I've been in California and I was swimming every day. She said, were you wearing your contacts while you were swimming? And I was like, yes, I was. And she said, oh, well, apparently the pool was really dirty because you caught something in that chlorine and it got stuck to your contact. So every time you would put that contact in, the bug was entering back into your eye, causing you to have an infection and this gross thing. So I was like, great. So I had to wear my glasses for a week and I was on a prescription eye drop and everything was going good. That weekend was my sister's wedding, and so I was like, I can wear my contacts, everything's good. The next day I sang national anthem at a baseball game and I was wearing my contacts kind of late into the night, and my cousin Cameron looks at me and she's like, hey, your eye is really bloodshot. Same eye that had the parasite in it. And I take my contact out that night and same symptoms. Really, really red, can't see out of the very bottom of my eye. Same disgusting goopy stuff, and great. I'm like, okay, this parasite is freaking back into my eye. So the very next day, I tried to set an appointment, but all my family is here, so I couldn't make it to the eye doctor until like 4 days later. But my aunt is a nurse and she was like, just wear your glasses, keep putting the eye drops in, and then when you can make it in there, tell them what's going on. So I did. About 4 days later, I went in there and I said, what is going on? I did everything you guys told me to do and this thing is back in my eye. And my eye doctor was like, oh yeah, there's a lot of bumps over like on the inside of your eyelid. So try these allergy eye drops, continue to wear your glasses, and if they're not strong enough, we're gonna have to put you on a steroid eye drop. So I was like, okay. Mind you, all of this stuff has literally been happening to me within like a week, and so I'm just like, great, like one more thing that's added to my list of terrible things. So she tells me that she's gonna order me daily contacts, because right now I'm wearing the monthly ones, for a fresh new pair of contacts every day, but they were on back order. They didn't have my prescription, and so I've been having to wait a week to get those and try them out and see if they're gonna make my eye feel any better. Like, what the heck is going on? I'm tired of wearing my glasses. And so once again, I called them and I said, hey, I was in there, I had this disgusting infection in my eye, and I wanted to see if my contact trials are in. And she said, yes, they're in today, so come pick this up. So literally right after this video, I'm gonna go pick up my contacts and then I'm gonna go get my phone, and things are getting better. But I just wanted to make this video just to tell you guys literally how horrible my week has been going. I dropped my phone. All right. fourth terrible thing that has happened to me is that when I sang at the baseball game, I wore my hair in these little like French braids. They were really cute, but it was so incredibly hot that day, and we were in the sun like all day. So I thought I was fine. I had like put sunscreen on, I was fine. I got like a little bit of a farmer's tan, but it's whatever. And then I come home and I noticed that my scalp was really, really red, and I forgot to put sunscreen on it. So the next couple days, I was like brushing my hair, blah, blah, and I was like, ow, why does this hurt so bad? I looked down at my scalp, this is also disgusting, and it was legit blistering from getting such a bad sunburn. And so it was disgusting. It was like my head was like peeling and like looked all gross, and I couldn't wear my hair down my natural part, so I literally had to wear my hair like in a ponytail or a bun for like 5 straight days until that could heal. But obviously it's all healed, so that's another thing that's gotten better. But still, that was terrible. It was just adding up so quickly. Seriously, the next day after that happened, me and my sisters and my cousins and one of her friends decided to come over at my house early in the morning, and we made this bomb breakfast. We were like all dancing in the kitchen, making hash browns or whatever, and I went to get a pan out of the cabinet, and I was dancing, and I went on my tippy toes to grab a pan, and I scraped the back of my heel, like this part, on the counter, and it ripped like this much skin off, and I was like, freak, that hurts so bad. And then it was fine, like I put a band-aid on it, it was bleeding, but I literally have not been able to wear shoes that have a heel on the back for 3 days now. It still is like going through its little healing process. It looks really gross. I don't want to show you because you'll probably never watch my videos again, but just know that it's disgusting. I forgot what number we are on, but the last and final thing that has been terrible that's happened to me, all these things are starting to like get better, and I'm starting to see like the light at the end of the tunnel. So last weekend I decided to go out with my cousin and my friend, and we went hot tubbing at a friend's house. Everything was great. It was like a hot day but a cool night, so we were hot tubbing late at night, and the next morning I wake up and I noticed that I have like these little bumps right here on my chest. And I was like, ew, why am I like breaking out right here on my chest? Like, this is so strange. I've never had that happen to me. I just kind of ignored it, and then the next day, after I got out of the shower, I saw that it spread all over my chest and all over my back, and I was like, what the freak is this? And so I rushed to urgent care, and I told them like what had happened, and I was 99% sure what it was, because this is the same type of thing had happened to my older sister when she was younger. And sure enough, the doctor diagnosed me with folliculitis, which is where your pores get infected with this bacteria, mainly from hot tubs that either aren't well maintained or just have too many chemicals in it. And it doesn't happen to a lot of people. I just have really sensitive skin. So it just so happened to hop on my body. I'll show you pictures. It's literally disgusting. It looks like a bunch of little whiteheads all over me, but they kind of hurt, and they're not really itchy, but it's just like really inconvenient and gross looking. So I am on a prescription for that as well, and hoping for that to be cleared up by the end of the week. But seriously, there's just been so many things that have happened to me, and I'm just really on the struggle bus. I feel like I did something, like I have bad karma. But things are starting to get better, and I've just kind of laughed at myself through this whole process and tried not to get too wrapped up in it, because it really has been extremely frustrating the past couple weeks, just like watching all these bad things happen to me. But things are getting better, so I'm just trying to stay positive and just enjoy the craziness and try to remember that everything's gonna be perfect once it clears up. Alright everyone, that is it for this week's video. I apologize for my raging and my venting, but I just feel like I needed to get this out and tell you guys what has been happening. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I want you guys to leave a comment, if possible, what videos you want to see next. I have been like racking my brain of what I can film for you guys, and so this just came to mind because it's been like a current event in my life. But what do you guys want to see? I will definitely respond to your comments and let you guys know what I think is a good idea. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next Wednesday.